Join me as I dive deep into the spooky truth behind sleep paralysis and see if I can uncover the most mind-blowing explanations of 2024. Sleep paralysis is a phenomenon that has been fascinating and intimidating people for centuries. It's often associated with supernatural experiences, and its historical context is ripe with eerie tales of demonic possession and haunted nightmares. But what if I told you that there's more to sleep paralysis than just ghost stories and urban legends? One of the most common misconceptions about sleep paralysis is that it's a rare phenomenon, only experienced by a select few. But the truth is, sleep paralysis is a relatively common occurrence that affects millions of people worldwide. Another misconception is that sleep paralysis is solely a product of a person's imagination, driven by fear and anxiety. While it's true that fear and anxiety can play a role in sleep paralysis, it's not just about being scared or imagining things. Many people who experience sleep paralysis report feeling a sense of terror and helplessness, as if they're trapped in their own body. This can lead to a cycle of fear and anxiety, where the person becomes afraid of going to sleep because they're afraid of having another episode of sleep paralysis. But the truth is, sleep paralysis is a complex phenomenon that's rooted in the way our brains process information during sleep. Sleep paralysis can also be misdiagnosed as other sleep disorders, such as narcolepsy or sleep apnea. But in reality, sleep paralysis is a unique phenomenon that requires its own treatment and understanding. By perpetuating these misconceptions, we're doing a disservice to those who experience sleep paralysis, and we're preventing ourselves from fully understanding this fascinating phenomenon. Our brains are incredibly complex organs, and sleep is one of the most mysterious and least understood aspects of brain function. During sleep, our brains go through different cycles, including REM and non-REM sleep. REM sleep is when we have the most vivid dreams, and it's also when our brains are most active. Non-REM sleep, on the other hand, is when our brains are less active, and it's during this stage that sleep paralysis typically occurs. When we enter non-REM sleep, our brains start to wind down, and our muscles become paralyzed to prevent us from acting out our dreams. But sometimes, our brains can get stuck in this stage, causing our bodies to become paralyzed even when we're awake. This is what happens during sleep paralysis, and it's a complex interplay of brain chemistry, hormonal fluctuations, and sleep cycles. One of the most fascinating aspects of sleep paralysis is its potential triggers. Did you know that sleep deprivation, stress, and certain medications can increase the likelihood of experiencing sleep paralysis? It's also been linked to certain sleep disorders, such as sleep apnea and restless leg syndrome. By understanding these triggers, we can take steps to prevent sleep paralysis from occurring in the first place. Despite its spooky connotations, sleep paralysis is a natural phenomenon that affects people from all walks of life. In fact, sleep paralysis has been documented in almost every culture around the world, with different cultures interpreting it in different ways. In some cultures, sleep paralysis is seen as a sign of demonic possession, while in others, it's viewed as a spiritual awakening. Perhaps the most surprising fact about sleep paralysis is its prevalence. Did you know that up to 40% of people will experience sleep paralysis at some point in their lives? It's not just a rare phenomenon experienced by a select few, but rather a common aspect of human sleep patterns. By understanding sleep paralysis, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the complexities of the human brain and the mysterious world of sleep. So, there you have it, the spooky truth behind sleep paralysis. It's not just about ghosts and demons, but about the intricate workings of our brains during sleep. By shedding light on this fascinating phenomenon, we can dispel the myths and misconceptions that surround it and gain a deeper understanding of the human experience. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of sleep paralysis. If you've had any experiences with sleep paralysis, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you want to learn more about sleep-related topics, be sure to check out my other videos.